All right, it's that time, guys. Another SoFi update, and we're not only going to break down the charts today like we always do, right? We have to go over what Anthony Noto said regarding the 10% credit card cap that President Donald Trump is proposing. And, well, we have to go over my 2 cents as well. Where my head's at, do I think this is going to go through the 10% credit card cap? So we have a lot to cover. Cheers, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, my private Discord that's linked down below, also pinned in the comments, or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And now let's get into it. So it is about, what time is it? 1 p.m. on the East Coast right now. So the day is quickly going by, guys, and we have every index in the U.S. market down except the Russell. The Russell's up barely 0.1% as QQQ's down 0.3%. Same with SPY. The Dow's down 0.75%, and the VIX is creeping up. The metals are up, at least silver is. Gold's down a little bit now, but silver's up 2.5%, which silver, you guys know, has been going nuts. And SoFi, believe it or not, is up 0.25%. We're trading at about 26.50, 60 a share right now, and we've kind of been, downtrending all day, if you will. I guess we are seeing a little recovery here that brought us into the green, but it hasn't been pretty. It's been rocky, and we're still struggling to break through $28, which we've been covering that ad nauseum here on the channel, right, guys? So we're back under these moving averages on the 1-hour chart. We have a death cross, which I'm not loving, but we are still maintaining support at about 26.50, which is a good sign. But we do have a descending triangle right now on SoFi, which I'm not loving in the short term. I got to be honest. If this thing breaks through 26, I think we might see some more downside. We're not there yet, though, but it's testing. And on the 4-hour chart, you guys can see here the overall wedge that we've been in, that we've covered, that is still very much intact. So before we dive deeper into these charts, let me show you what Anthony Noto, which for the two people watching that don't know who that is, he's the CEO of SoFi. So what did he say regarding these 10% caps on the credit cards, which at this point, if you guys haven't heard about that, you're really living under a rock. I mean, President Donald Trump's proposing that we see a 10% cap on credit cards. We saw a lot of these bank stocks, the credit card stocks as well, go down yesterday. We had American Express down, we had Capital One, Synchrony Financial, you name it, right? So that has been the talk of the town, if you will, over the last couple of days, because, look, the reality is credit card rates are very high, 20%. Some hit 30%, and this is keeping a lot of Americans trapped. So President Donald Trump now wants to save the day, right? Will it happen? I don't think it's going to happen, guys. And honestly, I think it's a midterm play. 100% it's a midterm play. And I think it's so funny because I think he said he's going to cap it for a year, and that puts us right at the midterms. So, come on. It's clearly a midterm play. I don't think it's going to go through, but we'll talk more about that in a second. Let me show you what Anthony Noto said here. So Anthony Noto said in response, I think, to a post, he said, if this is enacted, and that's a big if, though part of me hopes it is, we would likely see a significant contraction in industry credit card lending. Credit card issuers simply won't be able to sustain profitability at a 10% rate cap, right? Which a lot of people have a hard time understanding that. Consumers, however, will still need access to credit, of course. That creates a large void, one that SoFi personal loans are well positioned to fill, which I agree with 100%. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a good point. I've long believed many consumers are disadvantaged by high reward credit cards. They know who they are, right? Who they are. Only to end up carrying tens of thousands of dollars in balances at 20-30% APRs, and in many cases, those balances are effectively interest only and can persist indefinitely, man. It is nuts. And by contrast, a SoFi personal loan at 9-13%, offers a lower rate with a fully amortizing structure, can I even talk today, guys, that actually pays the balance down. If credit card lending contracts, SoFi can step in to offer borrowers a more transparent, lower cost alternative to revolving debt. We also expand to a larger target market, and appropriate rates will still, with still great returns. Excuse me, guys. And this dynamic would also materially simplify marketing, right? Today, credit cards win the acquisition battle because consumers don't realize they're signing up for high interest, long duration debt until they're already deep in it. I mean, yeah, obviously, a lot of people, they see the big sign up bonus. Oh, you get points here, right? And they sign up for a card, then they're screwed later on. If credit card lending contracts, SoFi personal loans become the solution before the problem exists, not after, right? SoFi marketing shifts from debt consolidation to smart upfront financing. Bottom line, less credit card lending could translate directly into more personal loan demand for SoFi. Giddy up. So my one point against that would be the reality is, look, SoFi's personal loans, people with high credit qualify for those. SoFi is good at approving people that have a 740 plus credit. So a lot of the people that are in 20-30% credit card debt right now, the reality is that they probably would not be approved by SoFi for their personal loan, because a lot of these people that are in the credit card debt, their scores are probably under 750, under 700, if I had to guess. So maybe they won't even get approved for SoFi personal loans. Some of them might, no doubt. But I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. But my opinion here, guys, is, again, this is a midterm play. It's not actually going to go through, get approved, because a lot of these credit card companies are not going to be able to make money. And at the end of the day, money runs the country. These banks play a huge role, and if they're not making money on their offerings, on certain offerings, they're not going to go through with it, right? And think about the risk here coming from these lower end consumers, quote unquote. These people that actually rely on credit cards. There are people out there. It might not be me, it might not be you watching, but the average American with finances, they're living paycheck to paycheck. They don't have enough money, cash, to live every month. They need these credit cards. They rely on these credit cards. So if we see them, these credit cards, maybe they cut the offerings, these credit card companies, maybe these people that need the credit cards, they can't get access to them anymore. That could hurt the economy, is what I'm getting at here. That could hurt the economy, in my opinion, because they're not going to be able to put their groceries on their credit card. They're not going to be able to buy food or necessities that they need the credit card with. They're not going to be able to buy anything if they don't have access to the credit card. So it's a weird situation. Yeah, President Donald Trump, he's right. 20%, 30% credit cards, that rate is crushing Americans, but they're willing to pay it because they need to pay it. They need credit cards to survive. So what's worse? Cutting them off completely from credit cards and then having them go to payday loans or having them go to higher rate, options, because they're not going to get approved from SoFi. Let's be honest. They're not going to get approved from SoFi. So what's better here? Have them, not pay the 20-30% and then go and get maybe a payday loan, something even crazier, or go rob a bank or something. What's worse, that or do crime, illegal activity to get money? I don't know. What's worse, that or not having the card at all, or paying the 10%? But it's like, I don't know. It's a weird situation, and I think, again, it's not going to happen. And I think overall, the people that are the lower end borrower, they get screwed either way. They're either not going to have access to, needs, necessities that they pay with credit, or they're going to be paying out the wazoo in interest. What would you rather have? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of credit cards regardless. I think they're all, I think credit cards are a way to keep the average American in a hole. I think the same about student loans. I think the same about maybe not so much car loans if you do it right, or maybe mortgages. But I think a lot of these credit cards, man, these companies are predatory. They play on your weaknesses. They get you to, get a credit card because of the sign up bonus, the rewards, and they know you're not going to pay at the end of the month. They know. Guys, these companies have the smartest people in the world working for them. Actuaries, mathematicians, you know what I mean? They have it down to a formula. They know exactly what you're going to do. You're not going to pay. Most people don't pay the balance. They carry a balance, interest piles up, and credit card companies make a lot of money. And yeah, I think if you can't pay off your balance every month, right, you shouldn't have a credit card. It's that simple. You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. But most people do. Most people carry balances, and that's not going to change. And sure, maybe Trump gets rates down a little bit, but they're not going to 10%. There's just absolutely no way. And yeah, I think overall, sure, SoFi's personal demand could increase a little bit, but a lot of the borrowers, their credit profiles are not going to be good enough to get approved for SoFi's loans. And I'd be a little nervous if SoFi lowered their bar to entry and started approving lower end, quote unquote, borrowers. I wouldn't be the biggest fan of that, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge if we get there, which I don't think we're going to get there. But either way, man, credit cards, don't get them if you can't pay your balance off. Don't fall for the airline miles. I mean, look, I have like 400,000 miles on my card, but guess what? I pay it off every month. I'm kind of diabolical. What's the word here? I'm kind of maniacal. I'm a little bit crazy with my credit card. I pay it off like every week, man. I got to be honest. I pay our credit card off every single week. And sometimes, well, not more than once a week. That's a little too crazy. But come Friday, I'm paying it off just cause I just like doing it like that. But yeah, pay it off. Don't fall for the trap. SoFi stock looks like it wants to break out soon here, potentially. Not yet. Still on the wedge. So we're going to see what direction we pick. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, join my Patreon for my portfolio updates, private Discord, all of that. Link down below, also pinned in the comments, or go to StasSurFest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.